Does your appearance matter as a truck driver? See, when I first went over the road, I could care less about my appearance. You know, I looked homeless basically. You know, my shirts were always all torn, half torn, jacked up. You know, I used to wear sandals every day and, you know, wearing sweatpants and stuff like that. I could care less about my appearance when I first started. So I started thinking about, why did I not care? That was because, honestly, I didn't have no respect for myself. And if I didn't respect myself, I could care less what others thought about me. So now that, you know, I have built up a little bit of respect for myself, now I care how others perceive me as a truck driver. See, whenever you get into any type of industry, it doesn't matter what industry it is, they have set a standard of what the appearance should be like. Like in the corporate world, for example, I mean, there's no way you will be allowed in the corporate world if you look like a truck driver. And the trucking industry has set the standard so low of how a truck driver should appear that, you know, basically you have a bunch of homeless people out here driving trucks. So, why does it matter? I'm fixing to get into it. Let's discuss. Let me know what y'all think. So I'm currently here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I gotta pick up this load. It's going to Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It's delivering to the Amazon over there. But let's go check in real quick. Got done getting loaded. They loaded me up pretty quick. Took about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, pretty fast. Let's go see what they loaded me up with. Wow. So it looks to be multi-cat litter. So the paperwork said cat litter and cat bedding, so I guess maybe like beds or something. £20,000 on the way. Let's go check out the route. So yeah, this is the current route I got going on. So around 600 miles from Grand Rapids, Michigan, all the way to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which, you know, I gotta go through 96, get down on 90, then go through 80. It wants me to go through down here 76, but this is a pretty hefty toll road, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of back roads around this area. It's probably quite a bit of mountains and hills right here, just from looking at the landscape, but it'll be all right. It's only 30 more miles this way than this way, but it's way less tolls this way, so it'll be all right. Got my delivery tomorrow at 3 p.m. A little short run, so hopefully everything goes good. Delivery's tomorrow 3 p.m. so let's go. As a truck driver, your appearance says a lot about what kind of person you are. And not only that, it says what kind of driver you are. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but guess what? The reality is we all judge everybody that we come across. From the time we wake up to the time we go back to sleep, subconsciously we have criticized and analyzed everybody that we have met for the first time. Our eyeballs do more than just see. They make decisions. They think and use information on and off the road, not like all the other senses. The broad explanation for why looks matter so much is that certain appearances have benefited humans since the beginning of time. By looking at someone, you can tell if they seem sick or healthy, and you can also tell if they seem aggressive or approachable. Whether it's at the truck stop, restaurants, or at the shipper's office, we all have our first thoughts when we look at another person. We only get a first impression, one chance, one opportunity before we get judged on our appearances. That's just human nature. to critique what we see. Every time we look at another truck driver, we tend to give a quick 3-second evaluation about them. How they dress, how they stand, how they carry themselves. We do it every single time at the fuel island. I probably do it way more often than other drivers since now I do it consciously, but I remember doing it not thinking anything about it. I would just carry on with fueling. When we see trucks parked at the truck stop, or anywhere for that matter, we pick out what we like about that truck and what we don't like about it. We try to change the appearance of it, the make and model, the color of it, the wheels, or maybe we even try to envision how it would look with different set of stacks. The way we look at an international LT 625 is way different than the way that we look at a white Peterbilt 389. Both are useful for their purposes, but one is more appealing to the eye than the other. It's not that different how we look at other drivers. We truck drivers are all part of the driving force that moves America forward, but are looked at differently in the micro point of view. Whether you like it or not, we judge and get judged every single day. Consciously, we don't know it, but subconsciously, it's there. First impressions are everything to me. You can tell a lot about a person from purely the first interaction. Whether the first interaction is physically, looking at their appearance, or verbally, talking to someone over the phone. What is one of the most important things you have to do when you go to a job interview is to look presentable. If you look like you've been through the mud and they still hire you, that tells you a lot about the company you're going to work for. I can think of several companies that as long as you have a post, they're going to get you hired. But that is not the company you want to be working at. Is it a good thing or bad thing that we are like that? I don't know, but the fact of the matter is we are. It is not until we have familiarized ourselves with the other person that our opinions might start to change about them. When we first meet somebody new, we start to have thoughts in the back of our heads like, does this person have a good or bad intention? Why do they smell like that? That's a nice looking shirt. Or hey, he got some cool shoes. Look, I know it might seem like I'm going a little too far on the deep end on appearances, but we have thought it like that since the beginning of times. Back when there weren't any cities, only villages, you had to be on high alert when it came to meeting a stranger. It is in our biological genes to have the same tendencies in the current age as we did back then. Just because we are more civilized doesn't mean we have a completely new set of DNA. Most first impressions from truck drivers are not good ones. Just look around you. You don't have to go searching for it. Next time you're anywhere with truck drivers around, just think to yourselves, how well do they carry and present themselves? The thing about wearing uniform is that it's a little bit harder to give an accurate first assessment of how someone really is. And even then, somehow people manage to screw that one up. But since 95% of truck drivers don't wear uniforms, their true self shows through their appearance. And I like to live by, how you do anything is how you do everything. Martha Beck. So the question is, does your appearance matter as a truck driver? I say yes, but my guess is with most new drivers, the answer would be no. According to a poll done by me in my head, new truck drivers have the following to say. As long as we are completing the load in a timely manner, what does appearance have to do with anything? Good question, and my response is, when you appear well dressed and groomed and look more appropriate for the job, you tend to act more secure by yourself, get along better with other drivers, especially while driving on the interstate. You'll start to make more competent decisions that can either alter your life or the life of others, and naturally, you're going to want to do best overall. When I used to work in the oil field, they always used to tell us, the roads are the most dangerous part of the job. It's not that different over the road. Can your appearance really make you a better, enhanced, observant driver while being on the highway? Run over my foot if I'm wrong, but I truly do believe so. Let's put it to the test real quick. Let's use our brain. Something truck drivers don't generally use, so I know it might be a little hard for you. close your eyes if you're not driving. Keep them open if you are. But I want you to visually picture a truck driver having road rage on the interstate. What are your first thoughts that come to your mind about the driver? Is he overweight? Is he groomed? Is he well dressed? What does the inside of the truck look like? Are there piss bottles everywhere? Trash under the seats? Try to imagine what the inside of the cab smells like. Whatever came to mind, I can almost guarantee you didn't think of a truck driver that cared about his appearance. Does that mean you have to look like a Chad out here on the road? Does that mean you have to be dressed like you work for corporate America out here? No. But what that does mean is a little bit of self-care goes a long way. We do not see people as they are, but as they appear to us. Robert Greene. Appearances are a glimpse of the unseen. Anaxagoras. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. It really means a lot to me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay healthy on the road. Drive safe out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.